Hey guys, Mark Naven here, and I'm joined by Brook Anderson. And Brook is an engagement specialist who works for Carnegie, Australia.
That's the one, yep.
So Brook, tell us a little bit about what an engagement specialist is and how you can, and the clients that you help.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. First of all, thanks for having me on tonight, Mark. So an engagement specialist, what we're known for is improving the top and bottom line results of the business through having a massive impact on the engagement levels of a team,
Yep.
Of the business. So the kind of clients that we work with, in Queensland here we've got Hutchison Builders, we've got U-Foods, which some people might be aware of, we've got Bradman's Windows and Doors, and a couple of smaller companies, Infinity Financial Consultants and the likes as well. So.
Okay. And so when you go in to talk with, some of these quite large companies, when you go in and talk with these companies, what is it that when you said you're working on the top and bottom line of the company, how do you go about helping them improve those?
Yeah, absolutely. So with us, we're all about the people. So for us, we do stray away from the likes of things like strategy and the likes. We're more about how are we engaging the people. So how are we making them more productive? A big thing that we're seeing at the moment is, there's a lot of rapid change in the industry. A good example is, 20 years ago, most people would sort of, get stuck with a company and they would see themselves seeing their career through for 20, 30 years within one company. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen the guy, especially in like manufacturing or the likes, if he's got the same workbench and the same teacup in the corner that he's drank out of for 20 years. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. There's a lot of rapid change, and people need to adapt quickly. So what we really focus on is giving people the skills so that when there is some change, whether it's KPIs or the likes, people are able to actually take that on and narrow that skills gap to make sure they adapt nice and quickly.
So more focusing on the soft skills and things like communication, and I mean communication is a big thing within offices, and I guess the way that you interact with other people in that office as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So sort of getting into that double dimensional as well. Some of us, we do get stuck into, how do we want to be communicated to? So some of the tools and some of the work that we do with people is actually showing how can you communicate that more effectively so that it lands with the other person? Because I think we can all agree that we've all tried to communicate something before and go, why doesn't he get it? Or why doesn't she get it?
Oh, absolutely.
So understanding how that lands. Self-confidence is another massive one as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've all heard the anxiety. It's a lot more commonly used these days. So communication can play a big part. And then that obviously has an impact on
I suppose with that self-confidence, it's sometimes people don't feel like they can be heard or that their voice will just be shut down or something like that. So they might have a great idea or they might be seeing a problem, but if they're not speaking up about that can cause issues within the company, I guess.
Absolutely. And then we do a lot of innovation as well. So we actually show people how to bring in innovation in around an organisation. And in order to do that, you really need to have that self-confidence and those communication skills and the people skills. I think they're more important than they have been.
So it can really, I guess, the people that the companies that you're looking for, you illustrated some of those earlier on, they're sort of that medium to larger sort of businesses where there's a team environment, there's an office environment or a crew of people who need to be able to work together and communicate well. Have the ability to speak up when they're heard. I'm sure there's a bunch of other things. I'm really simplifying it here, but I mean that's the sort of person you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Sort of clients that you're looking for.
Medium-sized companies would definitely be our sort of. If you look at the dartboard, sort of our meat in the middle. We do take on individuals, larger companies, smaller companies as well, but medium-sized companies would definitely be what we're looking for, where we can have the most impact. And also, we're really looking for companies that are looking to adopt coaching culture. So, really playing a part, the old strike with the iron fist from a leadership point of view doesn't really work these days, especially with the millennials and the Generation Z. They're really purpose-driven. And if they don't really feel they've got that emotional connection with their leader or their organisation, they are happy to move on for less money as well. So there's a lot of change happening in that space.
So tell me, for you personally, obviously working with Dale Carnegie Australia, what are your sort of goals for yourself within that sort of organisation, and with yourself within the next 3 to 6 months, let's talk about first, or year, or 5 years? What's your sort of goals?
6 years is a long time to think about, isn't it?
Or even 5 years. I mean, what's your sort of your plan and goals? What sort of drives you? What do you want to achieve?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. And I'm so confident, proud of the space that I'm in at the moment. I can actually say that I've definitely found what gets me up in the morning.
Yeah.
Working with Dale Carnegie and obviously the way that I've got things set up here, I can't see myself doing anything else. I've definitely found what I want to do. 5 years, how do I see myself? I really want to be working with, I know I said medium-sized companies is really where we're working at the moment, but I really want to be working with some of those larger corporates, and actually taking things on to another level as well. There's some conversations that I'm having at the moment around how we can bring in genetics testing. I know it sounds crazy, genetics testing as a profiling tool. So I know we've heard of personality profiling, but actually bringing in genetics, so it's actually about the body and taking and working a lot in that space where we can really have a huge impact on people functioning at their very best and actually performing at their best, which I think we can all agree we're all searching for it, and I think that's where we can have the most impact.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, isn't it?
It's
to talk about stuff like that. You mentioned with some of your goals working with some of those larger companies. If you don't want to share it with us, that's okay. But what would one of the dream companies to work with be?
Dream companies.
You can't mention it. That's okay.
There's definitely a few of them. I actually used to work for DHL Express. So I feel comfortable. I reckon I can mention this one. I'd love to work with them. They're massively.
Surely you've got a couple of inroads
there. If you're watching, I'm coming for you. But we're really, I think another exciting thing as well, like in the U-Foods example, who are Queensland's largest growing company, and I dare say in the next year or two they might even be the fastest growing nationally. They're a classic example that I don't know if I can really tell you what companies I'm going to be working with in 5 years, because U-Foods didn't exist 5 years ago, and now look what they're doing. And working with a company like them, and if anyone's watching from U-Foods or anyone knows a little bit about the U-Foods story, a company like that, working with them where they're so innovative and their culture is just, their marketing and their culture, when you see what they do on TV and then walk into their office and seeing that it all marries up and that it's all online, working with a company like that would be the dream.
It's amazing. And one last question. So for people out there who, we've heard a little bit about what Brook does and how it can help different companies, but if people wanted to help you grow your business, what's a good sort of connection? Obviously some of those, inroads into some of those companies, but what's a good connection for people to introduce you to, or how could people advocate for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's probably two. Just to simplify, there's two people that would really that I could be able to share a lot of value with. Obviously, it's the business owner of a client, or CEO, managing director, or someone that's role is to focus on the employee engagement, so HR or the likes. People like that, an introduction there of a medium-sized company. A good one's normally when they've done their engagement scores for the year, because then we've actually got some data to work with to work out what departments want to work with. So if those conversations are coming up, if you're on the golf course with clients and they're just continuously complaining about their staff and they think they've got the best business model and the greatest strategies, but their staff aren't adapting to them, they're a really good conversation to have. Probably secondly as well, some really fascinating conversations I'm having with at the moment, where it comes from a place of where can I add value to people that won't necessarily be my ideal client. Actually adding value by running 90-minute workshops for people's clients. So a good example of that is I've had a conversation with Starlight. Can't go too much into detail what we're doing there, but we're actually looking at how can we add value and engage members that are working with Starlight. So we can run 90-minute workshops, which is obviously going to have a flow-on effect, because then Starlight get to get all their clients in a room. And we've got a number of examples of how that works. So if you've got a client base, accountants are great, where you're predominantly dealing with business owners and you're always looking for another way to engage or have an impact on your clients, definitely get in touch. I'll be more than happy to potentially give up my time, 90 minutes, to run a workshop for your clients. Obviously, it'll position you that you've put the workshop on and reached out to us.
And for you, are you just Brisbane based, or can you help people in different areas?
No, so we're Dale Carnegie is an international company, the largest privately owned training organisation in the world. I'm predominantly based in Queensland, but we do have a team in Sydney. So in regards to that, I'm more than happy to fly up and facilitate any of that. And we've got members that are on the ground in Sydney for the discovery sessions as well.
Yeah. And so if anybody's looking for any help with their business in terms of with their soft skills and needs an engagement specialist, just like Brook has been telling us all about tonight, hit up Brook. And if you need anybody that's in different states as well, still hit up Brook and he can put you in touch with some people as well. So, look guys, thanks very much. And Brook, amazing. Thanks for coming on the video and sharing with us what you do and how you can help people.
Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate what you do.
See you guys.
See you guys.